Hi, my name's Edward Thomas. I'm the Group Chief Supply Chain Officer of TRANSNET. I have been in this position since June 2016, but I have been in supply chain in TRANSNET since about 2010. TRANSNET is an organization that plays in the freight logistics space in South Africa. We own a couple of operating divisions. We have the largest operating division is the rail freight logistics division, where we own the infrastructure as well as the rolling stock for the rail operations. We also have an engineering company, an advanced manufacturing company, TRANSNET Engineering, that maintains our rolling stock fleets, as well as is venturing in the space of manufacturing locomotives. They are also an OEM wagon manufacturer, and their main client is Transnet Freight Rail, but they're also looking for expansion into the African market. We're also the port operator. We own all the ports in South Africa, and there are something like 9 ports in South Africa that we do own and basically manage the cargo processes through there. We also have Transnet Port Terminals, which is a terminal operator within the ports, and then also from there we have the Transnet Pipeline function, where we have the main pipeline from the coast to the inland regions, delivering fuel, avgas and crude oil from the coastal areas into the inland. We also have our own capital company, where we do manage the capital execution projects and programs of the organization. We also have property companies where we own and manufacture companies as we own properties in the regions around our infrastructure. And that's basically the gist of TRANSNET. TRANSNET is the largest freight logistics company in Africa. My role in TRANSNET as Group Chief Supply Chain Officer is to basically ensure that the organization can obtain the goods and services it requires in the right manner, the right fashion, and at the right time in the organization, as we form an integral part of the supply chain of the organization. We are an infrastructure heavy organization, so we need to ensure that we procure the correct infrastructure so that we can continue to move the volumes in our daily business. And obviously TRANSNET's main aim is to reduce the cost of doing business in South Africa through the provision of these freight logistics services. Our role is a very, very integral role in terms of the ongoing operation of the organization. So from the smallest items required to keep our business rolling, to the large capital infrastructure programs and the procurement related to these, all fall under the control of the Group Chief Supply Chain Officer. The reason why I chose this as a career is, for me, this is a culminating area of a lot of skills that you need to have. You need to have a really, really strong, sound governance skills, understand the processes required. Also understanding the financial impacts of the supply chain and how that affects the organization. How does the supply chain and the cost of goods and services affect an organization's balance sheet and ability to fund its large programs? Also to be able to understand the unique risks that an organization faces, and how do you manage these risks through the procurement of these commodities, and the analysis of the risk-reward impacts as it goes forward. Also the potential opportunities that you create through the development of strategic partnerships with your suppliers, which can create win-win situations for both organizations. Not in terms of just only reducing costs, but also in terms of increasing revenues and increasing profitability and margin to the organization. It is also very exciting that you can get involved with new technologies and how these new technologies can actually have an impact and a long-term impact on any organization going forward. Also in terms of you get exposure and you actually go and look for the disruptors for an organization. For example, the largest disruptors that are currently happening and will still happen for a very long time is around the digitization space. And that also starts creating different views that you need to have a look at your supplier base. Does your supplier base need to be strong on infrastructure, or do they need to just be able to be flexible to provide the goods and services you require? So it's a very, very exciting space that it unlocks many challenges, and it's very satisfying and rewarding. Very fast moving and also sometimes quite stressful.